Ball photography is difficult. You need a studio and fancy lights and fancy camera or fancy professionals to do it. And I just want to take a couple seconds or maybe minutes of your day here and just show you some quick ways to like up the quality of your bottle shots without having to have all that much equipment at all. So let's take a look around, find some wine, and try some stuff out and see how it goes. All right. Okay, here I am just in my dining room, and I found this nice little corner here where I've got a blank wall back here, a piece of paper or cardboard or foam core, whatever, on the bottom. I could also try shooting on this pattern, that's fine. And if I really wanted to get real fancy, I could have a piece of paper literally just roll up the back and have like more of a continuous roll. I've done that in the past by simply taking a bunch of 8.5 by 11, taping them together and just having a seamless roll. Works surprisingly well, but for today's example, we're being super scrappy. I literally walked around the house here a little bit and was like, what do I have? And this is all I could find. I also found my camera. So let's take a dive into some of the next steps. So one of the things I failed to mention is the reason why I'm in my dining room is because of the light. So I'm using that light as like what they call my key light to get like most of the bottle nicely lit. And you can see here, we've got a nice shine coming on the one side, and this side is a bit darker. And that gives a nice sense of depth. So you can see already just shooting it on video, actually looks pretty decent. The tricky thing is, you can see if I get my finger in here, right around, whoa, right around here, you get the reflections of the window. It's not the end of the world, we're doing things scrappy. You could theoretically try and use one of these things, which is a diffuser. You can kind of see, you can kind of get in front of the light if you want to be extra fancy. There's without, there's with. Other things you could do is you could potentially roll down the blinds a bit, but in this case here, my blinds are blackout and I want the light. So if I use it like this, let's see what sort of results. I'm not even gonna use this. Let's see what kind of results we get. Okay, other thing, camera. I'm just using a small little camera I have here handy. Some top tips with it. If you're having to adjust it, you can literally do this on your phone too, but you know, high f-stop. So here you can see I'm using f7.1 shutter speed, ISO 400. This is some cool basics if you got a camera. You don't want to go shooting lower, like f2 or even f1, it will be blurry. So you want to shoot kind of in the middle, f5.6 even. Let's shoot for f7.1 and let's see what kind of results we get here. Okay, so first thing, I want to come down to be roughly at the same level as the bottle of wine. And as I set this up here, you'll see I'm focusing on the label, trying to keep things centered, take some shots, move in a bit closer. I mostly want to stay center in the frame. I don't want to be shooting like this. I don't want to be shooting like that. You can see how it changes the distortion of the bottle. So when you shoot dead on and centered, you're probably gonna get the best results. So there it is with the white background. Let's take a couple more on the pattern. Let's see what that looks like. So we're back, just move that over there. Let's do exactly the same sort of shots. Just get a couple nice and center. I'm even shooting this one-handed. Also just keep things centered on the label too. I keep all these darn tips. Okay, that's about it. All right, so back at the computer here and just taking a look at some of the photographs. I picked two, one with the white background and one with the marble top background. And I edited them and they both look pretty decent. One's better than the other. Is it the white one or is it the marble one? It's this one. And reason being is this one shot a little bit shooting up down at it and just makes the ball look nice and slender. Whereas this one here, it looks a little bit chubby at the bottom, which just means I shot it a little bit either too flat or shot down facing up a bit. So a bit personal preference and style, both are acceptable. And then on top of that, you can edit these photos to your heart content in any photographic software you have. You could do this on your phone. You know, subject cropping is super powerful these days with modern technology. You can even see here, I did a mask with one button in this piece of software. You can do the same thing on your iPhone, which is kind of incredible. So at the end of the day, if you get a decent photograph out of your camera, your phone, whatever you got at hand, and you follow some of the tips I showed here, you can get great looking bottle shots quite easily and consistently. And I think that's the main takeaway. If you're taking a whole bunch of shots, try and use the same location with the same light, the same setup, and do them all at the same time, because then they'll look really good side by side when you put them on your website, or if you need to print them, or whatever you're using your photography for. But this game has changed a lot in the past couple of years. This used to be something that only professionals could do, and now pretty much anyone with a relatively modern phone or camera can take beautiful bottle photography. Anyway, let me know what you think. Tell us how it went for you, and happy to record some more videos here in the future if that's of interest for people to see a little bit more about like tips and tricks of editing bottle shots, or if you want to see a more professional studio, happy to record that one too. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.